Andreeva saying that she stopped during the point.
For me, you didn't. I was there, I was looking.
It's gonna be on the replay. You know, it's gonna be your mistake. Are you gonna get a fine for your mistakes? Because look at the score.
I looked at you and I didn't see you stopping.
Yeah, because when she hit, I went like this. Then you showed that it was in, and then I start to move, but my arm was always up.
I didn't see that. I was looking
Well,
at
it's
it,
not my problem if
but
you
I
don't see
didn't
that.
see that.
I want to see the replay.
There is no replay. We don't have video.
Well, do you understand what you're doing? Look at the score.
I see the score. We
Five
don't
don't
have a replay. Say something next time. I told you in the pre-match meeting.
You told me to show or
No,
to
I said
raise my
say
hands
something.
up.
I said say something.
You know that you did a mistake. I stopped. This
Well.
is unacceptable. Look at the score. It's deuce.
Vorteil Frech.
We're gonna see this moment together after the match, okay?
Let's see. She did stop and put her hand up. The players are told to say something, though. And of course, it's tricky in the moment, but I mean, Mirra Andreeva clearly missing the signal from Andreeva. It's a big moment here. And away that goes. It's a big time point that from Andreeva.
Deuce.
I mean, you could sort of see both sides. I mean, Andreeva clearly did signal, but Mirra Andreeva clearly didn't see that and didn't hear anything from Andreeva. Now, this is the highest quality player we've seen in this match so far. It's an absolute peach of a forehand there from Frech at the back of the court.
We'll see these two players again in Wimbledon. Frech and Andreeva playing a pretty good match and a very emotional match for Andreeva. It just seems like every match now, Andreeva is becoming more and more like John McEnroe. So a very young 17 or 18-year-old Andreeva not able to keep her emotions in check in this one. So she is certainly someone to watch to see if, what she's going to do on court. How about changing subject a little bit here? Alexandra from the Philippines, as if she has made the main draw of Wimbledon, so she's a very big superstar right now, even though we really only saw her compete respectfully saying, in the Miami Open, of course, when she lost to Pagula earlier this year. But she is a rising star, kind of like dare I say, kind of like a Emirata Kanu, doesn't necessarily get into a quarterfinals, a semis, or a final, but very early for Alexandra from the Philippines. So we'll see what goes on with there. Polish Queen Frech taking out Andreeva from Russia. So it was an interesting one. There are two warm-up grass court tournaments going on right now before we hit Wimbledon, and it's certainly going to be interesting to see how these players do. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen Iga Swiatek officially in a main draw. Maybe she is going to play. I think she's going to play on Wednesday or Thursday, but I haven't been able to confirm that. So let me know in the comments if Iga Swiatek is going to play this week before Wimbledon. And of course, Sabalenka, we saw she's going to play on Wednesday. And then we'll see. I'll have to keep an eye on Coco Gauff, who I believe Gauff is number 2 in the world now. Sabalenka, of course, number 1. And then maybe Swiatek has fallen to 3 or 4. So let me know how the rankings are going. Working so hard to keep these matches in tune on what's going on. I'm getting so many pings right now from work. So we're always filming here in Dallas, and I know you have a lot of options on where you can watch your tennis analysis. If you're watching here on Best Muscle Video, thank you so much. There's a thanks button on the bottom right of the video player. Please click on that, and you can send me money that way. And we're kind of monitoring these matches, kind of seeing how everyone's doing. Kostyuk played earlier today. against Navarro. That was a really interesting one. Navarro just booted Kostuk off the court, respectfully saying, pretty quickly. So that was an interesting one. And a lot of matches going on this week in two different tournaments on the grass court. Always interesting. I always feel like the clay season is really short. I kind of feel like it was really short, but it's fascinating how we can go from the French Open to Wimbledon so quickly, just in span of 30 days. Whereas Australian Open, it takes quite a bit of time before we get to the second Grand Slam, which is of course the French Open, and then right around the corner really will be the U.S. Open, the final Grand Slam of the year, and then we'll see who makes the WTA Finals at the very end of the year. So it's going to be really interesting, and we'll see what happens. I'm super excited to see how all of this plays out, and see how Frech does later this tournament. I think Jabeur is playing Polini tomorrow. That'll be an interesting one. Lucky loser Ons Jabeur was able to sneak into one of these tournaments, I think through um, yeah, being a lucky loser. So that was really interesting. She was able to sneak into one of these, and um, yeah, let me know in the comments what do you think about Mirra Andreeva's kind of emotional, can't keep her emotions in check type of personality right now, and we'll see if that she's gonna stay this way for a while. Very young Andreeva, and we love her. We love her. I think she's a superstar. And then when she's won a couple of WTA 1000s this year, which is a big deal, and she speaks very well. And love how is she going to be able to progress and grow. The tennis is fascinating right now. I think can tennis, and I'll leave you with this. Can tennis have another goat? What I mean by that is, Serena Williams, Steffi Graf, Chris Evert, Martina Navratilova. But nowadays, I think the coaching has improved so much, and the fact that you can coach during a match now, can there really be a player now, even on the men's side too, that who can win Grand Slam after Grand Slam after Grand Slam? I mean, when Steffi Graf took the court, she was going to make a semis or a final in every single tournament she plays. We don't necessarily see that anymore. I think Sabalenka right now is definitely the true number one. She is killing it. We'll see how she ends the season and goes on next season and how she does there. But um, you know, with the coaching and with what you can do with AI, that coaches right now are using AI to see how their player can beat their next opponent. So it's really interesting to see these Alexandros from the Philippines and these Andreevas from Russia. They're new and they're young, but like we saw with kind of a Leila Fernandez who was a runner-up in the U.S. Open, or an Emma Raducanu who won the U.S. Open. They're super young, but if they don't improve their game and keep growing, which maybe Layla and Emma haven't done, respectfully saying, they're gonna get other players, coaches are gonna figure out how to beat them. So you kind of have to go on court and change up your game and do some things that are a little bit unexpected. That's my take on it. If it's BS, let me know. So um, I love that end thought that we're ending on this, but let's get back to it. A lot more matches to go on today, tomorrow, and throughout this week, and I'm super excited about that. Cannot wait to see what you guys think about this video, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Keep it here. Best Muscle Video on YouTube. You got the thanks button. Hit the subscribe below. If this is your first time here getting some tennis analysis on Best Muscle Video on YouTube, thank you so much. And let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Thank you. Talk to you later.